You ready? Nah, I mean, is you ready? Somebody ready for war? That Weezy. Lights is up. Wise man mad. They ready for war. Been in all blacks as a trooper. Plan, plot, strategize, crucial. Gotta pick a side, no neutral. In the middle of a war as usual. Watch your back, they shoot. If your ops drop, better keep it moving. All we do is win, no losing. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. Plan, plot, strategize, crucial. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. In the middle of a war as usual. If the ops drop, better keep it moving. In the middle of a war as usual. Yeah. You ready? Nah, I mean, is you ready? Somebody ready for war? That Weezy.
So yeah, y'all know what time it is. We back at it once again. Hey man, make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? You never know what's going on and what we bringing new. You know what I'm saying? So in order to stay up to date and on point, hit that bell, man. You know what I'm saying? Get in with us every week. We know we here every week, man. Every Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know what I'm saying? We doing giveaways. We having special guests, all types of stuff, man. So you don't want to miss out on what we got planned. Like I said, man, we got this giveaway. We're trying to give away some of these prizes, man. Y'all not working with me here. Y'all gotta work with me.
It.
Hey, they must not want it. It's becoming evident that they don't want it. Let me see. Where my phone at? So y'all know the deadline, man. It's the last week. It's the last week to claim your prize. Matter of fact, I was supposed to announce the winner today. So
So how long was the sweepstakes for?
It was for 2 weeks. 3 weeks.
2 weeks?
3 weeks.
3 weeks. All right. I mean, you know how Israel is. You know, we gotta give them more time.
You gotta give them more time. So we're gonna
give them more time.
We're gonna give you what, 1 more week?
You know when Israel say they 5 minutes away, you know they really mean they a whole hour away.
Yeah, they ain't left the house yet. Yeah, I'm on my way. I'm like I'll be there in 5 minutes. You ain't even left the house. You ain't even brushed your teeth.
That's why the Lord said the high holy days are sundown. No specific time.
Beat the sun down.
Right. When the sun go down, be there, nigga. That's it.
Real talk. Speaking of sundown, man, Feast of the Blowing of the Trumpets starts tomorrow. Get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Because we unlike the rest of the world, man, we actually do what the Lord says. We don't just claim to be Christians. We don't just claim that we love God. We do what God's saying. God said to keep the high holy days. You know what I'm saying? And you might be asking what high holy days? It's a good question because of course you don't know the Bible. So that's why the ISUBK exists, to teach you the Bible. You understand? And when you go to Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, correct me if I'm wrong, 23rd chapter, you will find all of the high holy days and feast days that the Lord wants Israel to celebrate, to keep. You won't find Christmas there. You won't find Halloween. You won't find 4th of July, New Year's, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day. You won't find any of those days. You won't find Hallows Eve or All Hallows Eve. You won't find All Saints Day. You understand? You won't find Samhain or Samhain, as it's called. You won't find any of those holidays that you love to celebrate in the Christian church. You won't even find Ramadan in the list of feast days and high holy days that the Lord said to keep. You only find things like the Feast of Purim, Passover, unleavened bread, Feast of Dedications, blowing of the trumpets, a Day of Atonement. Those are the days that you will find in the Bible. All right. So if you want to learn more about it, you need to get in class. We got classes every day, Monday through Friday, and Saturday is the Sabbath service. There's no excuse for why you have not been in the ISBK class because we also hold them not only in person, but online on YouTube. Right? So you can just click on YouTube. As much as you like swiping through social media, you could tune in for 2 hours to any class worldwide of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And here's the best part. You can actually ask your questions there and have them answered. So not only can you ask the question, you can actually get an answer. What more do you need? And here's the kicker. It's 100% free. Dun, 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 dun. So no excuses, man. Get in class. All right, so where we going?
I already see the time we in.
Speaking of which, that's a good segue to our next topic.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
We in the end game for sure. I mean, all the prophecies that's recorded in the Bible, man, you seen it unfold before your eyes. And it seems like it's back to back too. Like it's back to back. If I'm not mistaken, the scriptures say that the Lord is gonna cut the time short. You know what I'm saying? For his elect's sake. Like things is happening fast, man. We already at the end of the year. And so many things happened in 2024. I remember when it was like yesterday. When it just hit New Year's, so-called New Year's. And Cat Williams dropped the interview and said, this is going to be the year of revelation. You know what I'm saying? Now, look, we at the end of the year, and so many things done happen, man. It's hard to even recount. It's hard to even keep track of everything that happened, man. And it's just the beginning. I could imagine what 2025 got in store. You know what I'm saying? So, it's for sure.
Yeah.
Scary times we in.
It's gonna be rough.
Strange.
It's definitely gonna be rough, man. And it's only getting stranger and rougher. You know what I mean? It ain't getting better. If you didn't notice, I mean, go back to 2020 when COVID first hit hard. You know what I'm saying? People thought that, oh well, you know, the best thing about COVID being over is it can only get better from here. That's wrong. You were wrong. You were absolutely goddamn wrong. From there, you had 2 wars pop off. You had like a dozen damn new diseases breaking out. The economic system, the economic system went up. So now you can't afford anything, but they're not paying you more. The truckers going on strike. So you're not going to be able to even get a lot of the produce that you was getting before for the same high-ass price that you already can't afford. Like, these are biblical times. This is biblical prophecy happening before your eyes, and it's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse because this place is fit for destruction. And there's no getting around what the Lord already got set up. You trying to make America great again, the Most High trying to destroy America and free his people from bondage. You want to make America great again. You want to vote for Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton and Hillary Duff. I don't know. Whoever the hell trying to run for president.
Hillary Duff.
Whoever the president. Who cares?
Isn't that Lizzie McGuire, nigga?
It is. Shout out to Lizzie McGuire. I did fuck with that show though.
This nigga said Hillary Duff.
But nah, for real. you want to vote for these damn devils? And, come on, man. We ain't got no time for that.
Facts. Nah, I feel you. I don't know where she came from.
Video, man. Here's the context. I don't know. It just came to me.
I guess.
Who knows? She might run for president in 4 years. Oh man! All right. So context for this video, this is the UN, which is the United Nations, came together and had a summit last week, right? Or yeah, sometime last week, and they talked about something called the Pact for the Future. And this woman is going to explain what the Pact for the Future is. I'm going to refresh this page so we can start over because Facebook doesn't give you a ability to scan through
Hi,
the video.
Sherry Tenpenny, and I want to do a quick update.
You can hear it?
Mm-hmm.
About a document that got passed by the United Nations this weekend called the Pact of the Future document. It's two parts, one on science and technology.
Is it chopping up for you?
It is now. I mean,
see
it
what
was
I'm talking
funny,
about?
but it just stopped.
You see what I'm talking about? This we need our tech guy, man. We need our tech guy.
And one about the youth and future generations. It is quite egregious, and it was done by a procedure called the silence procedure, which makes it a pact. And if no one objected, it is automatically adopted and put into the record as being completely adopted. This is the World Health Organization's runaround, or end around. Since they were not able to get the World Health Organization treaty passed, they decided to take it to the General Assembly. And it is even more egregious than what the World Health Organization was wanting to get passed. Let me just read you something really quickly about what is inside of this pact that is now being accepted by 193 nations around the world and equally open-armed accepted by our current administration. Everyone, it says that this is the power structure fully digital and maximized for the control of the masses. Everyone will be expected to have a biometric digital ID that marks them not just as citizens of an individual country, but as a global citizen. So anytime you hear global citizen or anytime you hear sustainability, think that this is an egregious thing that's happening at the level of the World Health Organization and the United Nations. Anyone that has a dissonant opinion will be labeled as misinformation, disinformation, or malinformation and memory hold. Perpetrators for unapproved information will be fact-checked and punished by the system, which will be operated and enforced by artificial intelligence. Punishments will include being locked out of one's bank account, being unable to make certain purchases, unable to get on an airplane, on a subway, drive on public roads. This is the future, according to the world's self-appointed overlords at the United Nations. These are unelected bureaucrats that are making decisions about our country, our sovereignty around the world. Nothing could be more important at this point in time than to get prepared. Have water, food, digital access, flashlights, a way to communicate with family and friends. Now is really the time to get involved and get prepared because this is what's coming. Our Congress is sitting on its hands. There was a press conference on the 17th about this, and no further action has been taken. So it's up to us to mobilize and to go forward, particularly with your local sheriffs, to get your constitutional sheriffs to say, this isn't going to be allowed in my county. Thank you very much. Take action. We've been talking about.
All right.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, man. Mark of the beast.
Yeah.
Mark of the beast. Oh, no.
First of all, who is this lady?
What you think?
And where did she get this information from? Like, what is she reading from?
Well, okay, so like I said, they had the UN meeting, right? And they basically what she's reading is the document for like what the pact, what is it called? The Pact for the Future docket, or whatever. She's reading a Pact for the Future docket because these are open records. Like you can actually go and read these records, like whatever they're agreeing to vote for in Congress or in the UN or whatever. Those documents are, available for public viewing or whatever. So you can read it. She's just she's reading about it and whatever, and she's just stating what they saying. There's another guy too. I got another video if you want to watch it. But it's basically saying the same thing. They've been talking about is this old conspiracy about the one world order and the world government, right? And that's basically what they're saying that they're trying to roll out. Now, at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? Because at the end of the day, nigga, black people are still enslaved. We still at the bottom in society. We still underpaid and overworked. We still are the ones that make everything shine and glisten in America, but we don't get no recognition for it. So no matter how this shit goes, we gonna still be in hell.
Yeah, I mean,
My bad. I was gonna say they are trying to play off of our fear, though. They really just trying to play off of our fear.
Yeah, I mean, regardless whoever this lady is or wherever she got that document, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, she's nobody.
All of that. Yeah, man. All of that, like you said, it's just trying to play on our fear. And in today's time, it seems more far-fetched the way the climate of the world today. I mean, everybody's at war. How the hell are you gonna make a one world government when everybody's at war? You get what I'm saying? Like, Iran just bombed Israel today.
Yeah.
Today. You know what I'm saying? Woke up in the morning, getting the news like, yo, Iran bombing Israel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that is what's further dividing the earth. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's a lot of course, conspiracy theory and I don't know, mythology, I guess. I don't know, spookism, but
it's definitely spookism.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely.
There's a lot that.
My bad.
Nah, go ahead. You got it.
No, I'll let you finish.
Nah, it's all good. I was just gonna say that there's a lot that Esau would like to bring to pass, but it may not even happen. So, but you got it.
Okay, like what you gotta understand is that white people know what scares black people. That they did it with the vaccine, even though like they made black people afraid of the vaccine when you have like y'all talking all this, oh, don't get the vaccine, bull crap. But you wasn't saying don't get the vaccine when your kid had to go to preschool. You know what I'm saying? Your kid had to go down to grade school. You had to get your kid had to get vaccines to go to school. Now, are you telling me that none of y'all kids are in school because you chose to protest the vaccines and not send your kid to school? That doesn't seem likely. It doesn't seem likely at all. You have by law you have to send your kid to get vaccinated or they can't go to school. We got Wise Man Mad up in here. He ain't got his camera on. He in there.
Yeet.
You know what I'm saying? So it just makes no sense to even think that you can protest the vaccine. Yo, I feel like I got a lag. Hold on.
It was a little echo, but I think you're good now.
Okay, hold on. I'm about to pull this picture up real quick. But yeah, so you know what I'm saying, they did it with the vaccine. What else did they do it with, man? They just know, they know black people so well. They know that you'll go and vote for Kamala Harris because she claims she's black and she's got brown skin. You understand? Anybody with brown skin, you'll love them more than you love actual black people. Right? How do I know? Because black people love Africans. and they're not African. Black people are not African, but yet black people love Africans. Africans hate black people, and black people hate black people. They know what makes you afraid. They know what you love. They know what you hate, and they play off of those things. And you too blind to see it. They hate Boosie for being a protective father for his other daughters. Now he messed up on one or two, you know what I'm saying? But he trying to do the right thing with the younger ones. You get what I'm saying? We're gonna get into that story as well a little bit later. But you know what I'm saying? This whole microchip BS is just a play on your fear.
Yeah, I mean, it's mainly for them as well too, for them doomsday preppers. You get what I mean? Like over patriotic Edomites who feel threatened by the government and society and building bunkers and all of that stuff. You get what I mean? Like, if the crazy thing that that goes along with it is, if you as a black man has any system of belief that aligns with the same belief of the people that enslaves you, that should let you know that whatever you believe in is bullcrap and it comes from them. You get what I'm saying? Like, there is no way as a black man and I'm gonna be in the same alignment of belief as my slave master. No way possible. All right. He believes in some computer chip that's prophesied in the Bible. As a black man, I can't believe that. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Because my belief tells me something a lot different, something that aligns with who I am as a black man. You get what I'm saying? And like you said earlier, nigga, we at the bottom. Like, why are we worrying about, the UN and all this? Like, we gonna be at the bottom regardless. The white man don't need a computer chip to track your black eye. He don't need it. You know what I'm saying? He's tracking you. He's tracking us right now on the internet, on StreamYard. You know what I'm saying? However he needs to track us, he'll get it done. And he don't need to do some spooky computer chip, bio chip, or whatever to get it done. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of ways where he's provoking our people to go against God. And a chip is not one of them.
Yeah. Listen. Salagia, if I could, if the white man really wanted to just cut you out from society altogether, I mean, he's already doing that. That's what happens when it starts with poverty. First, he puts you in poverty in the first place. He made it so that you can't get out of poverty unless you do what? Commit a crime. Then you get enough crimes under your belt, you become a felon. Once you become a felon, now you can't vote, you can't get jobs that you want to get. You can't get paid a certain amount of money. You get this woman who uses and abuses low-income brothers for child support. You understand? Take all their damn money, keep their kid away from them, don't let them raise their kid, and now the cycle continues. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's already done his part to make sure all the things that white woman just said about, cutting off your bank account and, suspending your license if you don't have a chip. Nigga, we already go through that.
Dude. And that's crazy, because that speaks volume to the inequality that's existing in this world today. Like, a white man has to believe in a computer chip for him to live like a nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like, he has to believe in some crazy, outlandish, one world government conspiracy, antichrist, for him to even experience what a nigga goes through. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's how you know they're not on the same world as we are. You know what I mean? Like, they're living in a whole completely different world. That's common. You got it.
The other crazy part about that is, if you want to talk about tracking, the moment you was born and they assigned you a social security number, they knew where your black ass was. They don't need a chip to do that. Every time you fill out for a house, anytime you fill out for a job, Anytime you fill out for anything, you got to put your social security number, and they already been tracking you. That's
Right.
how. That's how. And just for people that don't know, that's how drug dealers get caught. Drug dealers get caught by the FBI, and they get caught by the government because of their social security number. That's why they try to put stuff in their mama name. Because guess what? The last time, as a black man, you had a job, you was working at McDonald's, and now you just went and bought a Benz.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald's say you make 18,000 a month. I mean 18,000 a year. There's no way you can afford that car. So guess what? Red flag. So for all the uppity and the sovereign people that might be watching that think like, you know, I'm gonna just get off the grid, and even if you don't take the chip, they've been following you this whole time. So
Yeah, man.
I mean, it's really a mute point.
You a fool, man. And if you think that the microchip is the mark of the beast, you doubly dumb. Because if you think that
you think it's too small.
you know what I'm saying, you're thinking way too small. If that's the case, if you got an iPhone, if you got any damn phone, if you got a cellular device, you walking around with a microchip. You got the mark of the beast on you right now. If you got, and guess what? And for the dummies, you hold it in your hand and you put it against your head. That's not the damn mark of the beast. If you think that the mark of the beast is a microchip, then throw away your credit cards and your bank cards because they got chips in them too, you dumb. Throw away your laptop computer. Just get off the grid. Just get completely off the grid. Throw away all electronics. Live Amish from now on. You know what? Your house is on the grid. It's got electricity coming to it. Use microchips to get that electricity to your house, man. You need to get out of that house. That house is marked by the mark of the beast. You sound like a goddamn fool. You see how I sound like a fool for saying this stuff? Like, you sound like a goddamn fool.
Yo, even if you do all that, right?
Yeah.
Go off the grid, live Amish, do all that. Guess what? Your homeboys know where you at, and they gonna snitch on you. So the Etharians gonna find you anyway.
They gonna find you. You can't
Some
hide.
way, somehow. Ain't no way. You probably gonna snitch on yourself. This is how dumb you are. You probably gonna go live and be like, nigga, I'm
Definitely going live.
You gonna drop the low. You dropping the low.
Resist.
Nigga, you dropping the low.
Oh, y'all niggas still.
Nah,
go ahead. Love that.
No, I was about to say you about to drop a fire ass mixtape and reveal every location you've been at in the last 24 hours. Come on, man.
Oh, y'all niggas still being tracked. Look at me, nigga. I'm ducked off, nigga. You don't know where I'm at.
Yeah,
I'm over here by Nebraska, but y'all niggas ain't know where. Like, nigga, all right, they got you now. Shit.
Yeah, I'm in Nebraska. You don't know about that. Matter of fact, I can see that big sombrero hat from where I'm at.
Yeah, it's crazy. If I could, can we get the verse of the Mark of the Beast? My bad. I don't mean to make it too biblical, but
it ain't never been too biblical.
If we're gonna talk about the Mark of the Beast, let's go to the source. Yeah, man, everybody afraid of a computer chip. Nigga, the world is falling before your eyes, and they didn't give you a chip yet. I mean, the world is literally falling.
I literally been posting that too the last month or so. I just randomly just post the stars are falling, and I think it's been going over niggas' heads, but the stars are falling. Like, that's literally what's happening. You seeing it
No
like
pun intended.
crazy.
That shit going over their head. No pun intended.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? With all this chaos, you would have thought this would be the perfect time to roll out the microchip.
Yeah.
They still ain't introduced it yet. You know why? Because it's never gonna happen. It's not gonna.
Right.
Yeah, you waiting on that draw. You waiting for that to. All right, but yeah, if you got it, that's my bad. I don't mean to be long.
My bad, but also like, and even if they roll it out and you deny it, you say, you know what? Nah, man, I ain't taking no Mark of the Beast. You think what is gonna change in your life? You still gonna be hated in America, dog. You still gonna be ducking the law. You understand? You still gonna be in poverty, struggling to get to have your lights on, still struggling to have food in your house. You'll resort to all type of things. You know, sell hand-to-hand trade with your brothers, and and you know what I'm saying, like you've been doing. Niggas, like we barter in the UPK. We have a bartering system. You know what I'm saying? Even though we get money and we can pay for things, it's still cool to barter. If I got something, you like it, I like what you got. Yeah, man, barter. I trade you this for that. You know what I'm saying? That works. Nothing's gonna change, man. So how could that be the mark of the beast? Like I don't. Anyway, let's read it. The book of Revelation, chapter 16, verse 2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore. Am I in Revelation? Hold on, let me show you.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it's around like 19 or 13, one of those.
I think it might be 19. Hold on.
But
18.
yeah. And think about it. What would be the most easiest way? Like, even if they were to come up with the idea to
1920
implant everybody with a computer chip, the easiest way to get it done is to do it when somebody's born. You get what I mean? Like, instead of forcing a grown adult to take a computer chip and beating them over the head to do it, you can easily, while they're being born, slip a little chip in there while they're pulling the baby out. The mother may never know, and boom, they're trapped. Like, from that point on, what God will say, well, you made it to heaven, my son, but you got a computer chip in you. I gotta send you to hell. Like, what if he was born with it? Like, damn. But yeah, God, if you got it, you go ahead.
All right, the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him.
Mm-hmm. Well, if I could, just to give you a little context, to understand what a beast is, what it's talking about. If you read Ezekiel, if I'm not mistaken, Ezekiel 36 or 37, you don't have to go to it, but one of those will tell you the beast is talking about people. Not talking about a literal animal. You know what I mean? It's not talking about a literal beast. It's talking about people. But the Bible is written how niggas speak today. It's written in slang, in metaphors, similes, allegories. You know what I'm saying? So these beasts represent people, nations of people. All right, read on.
I don't know what kind. Yeah.
No, 34. Ezekiel 34. My bad, but go ahead.
Kind. With which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image.
Right, the mark of the beast. Right, and also in Ezekiel it says, "Mark them who sigh and cry for my people." Mm-hmm. So if the beast got a mark, then what is the mark of God? Is that a computer chip as well too? What is God marking the people that sigh and cry for his nation? Is it a antivirus chip? Like, I don't know. Is the white man giving you a virus chip and God giving you an antivirus chip? It makes no sense. You know what I'm saying?
If I could.
Go ahead.
If I could, sir. Like, again, it just goes back to the fact that white people have projected fears onto black people. Because when you read the Bible, like you just even mentioned, when you read the Bible and you see things like a mark this and mark that, it's metaphoric. It's always metaphoric. It's always like not necessarily a literal mark. But if I'm marking somebody that caused division, I'm not taking a pen and putting division on him or writing division on him or even just placing a literal mark at all. I'm pointing him out like that's him. You know what I'm saying? That nigga right there. He's divisive. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or when it says that the Most High put a mark on Cain, or even if we take where it says like what you brought up about Like when the Most High puts his mark on you. You know what I'm saying? Like the Most High ain't put a mark. Like if you chosen by the Most High, you don't literally have a mark on you. You know what I mean? It ain't like a birthmark or something that shows up on your body that you've had since your birth. You know what I mean? Showing you that you was chosen by the Most High, or even one that just pops up in the middle of your life is not literal. So why now in this instance you want to make the mark literal, like it's something that you're going to receive inside your skin? That's ridiculous. You are thinking like a white man. You are thinking like Esau.
Facts, literal. You know what I mean? He's not spiritual. He's a literal being. You know what I'm saying? Okay, but you can continue on. I want to
be. Excuse me. He decided. He deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, and them that worshipped his image.
Right. The beast is talking about a people, and like Itazab said, you're marked. You meaning you identify yourself or you align yourself with this beast. Whether it's physically through your hands, through your actions, or mentally or spiritually in your mind. You do what I'm saying? That's why it's marked in your head, in your forehead, and is marked on your hand. You know what I'm saying? Meaning you are willing to fight for this beast because you are marked mentally. You aligned yourself with a certain group of people that's ruling and governing this earth through an image that they got you worshiping. That should tell you, right? All fingers point to who? What is the number one religion that people worship today? What is the number one image that is represented to be Jesus Christ today? When we go in the scriptures, it says it's somebody totally different. That image alone got people willing to kill, steal, and harm one another based off of that image alone. And that image that I'm talking about is the image of so-called white Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Which is nothing but another mark of white supremacy. That's all it is. There's a beast on this earth who made himself supreme by establishing that image. And people align themselves physically and mentally with that, right? Read on.
Right. Okay. These both were cast alive into a lake of burning fire and brimstone. Or it's like a fire burning with brimstone.
All right. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no buy and sell in that. It don't say buy and sell, right? No. But yeah, I get the point. You know what I mean?
14. Chapter 14.
You said what?
There's chapter 14 and 9.
Oh.
You want me to read it?
I mean, they get the point. Listen, buying and selling ain't talking about you buying chicken and Popeyes, bro. All right? Stop thinking so small. You know what I mean? But, I mean, for time's sake, you ain't got to read it. It's all right. It's all right, y'all. I think it's, you know what I mean? Buying and selling is talking about globally. Think globally. I mean,
right.
The fact that America, as a group of people, a nation of people, they can cut off other nations from either trading import and exports within their country. You know what I'm saying? Right. This is not talking about the consumer. It's not talking about you who just buy and consume all day and spend your wealth. You know what I'm saying? It's talking about people that has power on this earth, the ability to cut people off. You don't have that ability to do that. You know what I'm saying? Black man, you can't go up and be like, nah, nigga, you ain't buying or selling here no more. Nah.
That's crazy as hell.
Yeah, you ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy as hell. You telling me that Esau don't want your money?
Right.
You telling me he don't want you to buy from him? Like you crazy as hell.
Right. God. Shit, you the one that make this economy thrive, nigga. He needs you to buy and sell, nigga, so he can function.
Right. If every black person said, "Oh no, that's the mark of the beast," I'm not getting it. He knows, like Esau knows that his economy would fail and fall if that happened, and everybody is, you know, if the chip is actually the mark of the beast, that's going to ruin him. That's going to ruin the beast.
Right.
Like what kind of chip? What kind of mark of the beast destroys the actual beast? That's just,
Yeah,
think
man.
logically.
God, so that's all, man.
All right, so I guess we can go to the next story. What we got? Boosie or
Boosie badass.
Little Boosie?
Shit,
Hey,
he
we might as
could.
well. We might as well.
Yeah,
I can listen, man. Hey, can you play these videos? Cause I'm gonna have a hard time, man. We're gonna be in here. It's gonna take 30 minutes to watch one clip. Fucking with me. So if you could, just
I'm
pull it up
actually
on.
not on the computer right now.
You're not on the computer right now. Okay, no sweat. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to do what it do, dog. Where is that story? Jeez.
it should be in the chat. You talking about the
Yeah.
Boosie joint? Yeah, it
Yeah.
should be in.
Here it is.
Boosie.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time today. All right, let's get it. Let me know if y'all can hear it too when it starts playing.
So your daughter came out and told you she was gay. It was nothing. I mean, she still can't bring her situation to our house. My daughter is grown. Well, why is she grown? Because I don't want it to contaminate.
Who is he talking to?
I have no idea who he talking to.
It's a generation we raised. I don't want her to get too contaminated to her other 6, 7 sisters who look up to her. I want them to grant me grandchildren the right way. If I want grandchildren,
What?
Yo, the crowd is not
that's
happy.
what I'm stand on. If I don't want my other little girl to look
I hear.
to somebody she looks up to, it's not gonna come around. My grandpa didn't let it. My daddy didn't let it. And I didn't let it. I just hope the one under me, when they take this throne, they don't let it. Because that's not what our family believe
in. So the crowd was clearly unhappy with what Boosie said. He didn't even stand a chance with the crowd. They instantly was just not going for it. So what y'all think, man? What y'all think about that?
Shit, you don't need a computer chip to believe that. Nigga ain't implanting a chip in you to believe that it's okay to be a homosexual. Niggas ooh and ahhing in the crowd. Nigga ain't not a nab chip in their arm or they fought. Like he said something crazy. Nigga, you got the mark of the beast. If you think what he's saying is crazy.
And get this, because Boosie has this mindset in this scenario right here. Because Boosie has this mindset, you know what they're gonna want to do? They're gonna want to cancel Boosie. Then what? Boosie loses money. Boosie loses access to certain things. They cut Kanye West. They stripped Kanye West's bank account from Kanye West didn't have no microchip. They didn't. There was no microchip for Kanye West to receive for him to get his $1 billion taken from him. He was a billionaire. They took $1 billion from him, something like that. Like they took away his bank accounts, and then he was no longer a billionaire. No microchips involved at all. Mm-hmm. So, but now this man loses his money, loses his bank account. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what they pull? They be pulling Boosie over every damn other day. The cops pull Boosie over. You know what I'm saying? They don't need a microchip to do these things. So what the hell are you talking about? The microchip is the mark of the beast. It's like,
that's crazy. shout out to Boosie. I mean, he is, of course, this is get a little shaky, you know what I'm saying? Lines are a little blurred with when it comes to him, but as far as this particular statement, I stand by it 100%.
Yeah. Just like I stand by Candace Owens when she's right.
Yeah, right.
Candace Owens can be right sometimes.
Right.
She right. But I totally agree as well. Boosie stood on business with this situation. Now, okay, Lapayard, did you want to say anything? So I would hate to stump on you, step on your toes, anything. You want to say something?
No, everything y'all said was right, man. It's crazy because all the oohing and the eyeing in the crowd because he used the word contaminate. It just shows you how like the world, like they so sensitive, man. The world's so sensitive when you really look at it. Like they couldn't take the fact that he said that, but also try to preach, freedom of speech. They want the ability to have the right to be how they are, but at the same time will not give you the right to stand against it. So after that, he did go kind of, I won't say it's an apology tour, but I think it was kind of like, because after that, he started posting pictures with like him and his daughter and saying that he never meant to hurt her because she responded. I don't know if, y'all was going into that, but his daughter responded with a video basically saying, she upset that he keep bringing her up and, talking about it. But I think the interviewer kind of brought that up, kind of put his back against the wall. So he had to say what he had to say. So, but yeah, I mean, at this point, he had to like post pictures and say, I never meant to hurt you, him and his daughter, you know what I'm saying? But to me, that still shows kind of like solidarity with the LGBTQ community, even though you're using your daughter as kind of like a scapegoat to me. But you really kind of apologizing to everybody based on what you said. Because if you really stood on that, I mean, you shouldn't have to go. Now, maybe he shouldn't have brought the situation up to the public, but that's, like I said, that's with training, you're supposed to shut that question down when the interview asks. But once his daughter responded and he started, doing the pictures on social media, apologizing, I felt like it was not really towards his daughter, but the whole community because they started giving him backlash. So.
And I feel like you said, the world is so sensitive. I don't even think what he said was too harsh. Like it was even like he didn't really condemn her to hell or anything like that. It wasn't nothing hateful. You know what I'm saying? That is his daughter.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? He just don't want that around his family. Like,
yeah. I think it's a good lesson. Like, first of all, this is going to put a huge mirror in front of all you unconditional love Negroes. Like, there's no such thing as unconditional love. And I'm gonna move this off the screen for right now because we're gonna get into that a little bit too. But there's no such thing as unconditional love. Because if that was true, first of all, you would never spank your kids if there was unconditional love. You would never punish your kids or send them to timeout or take away their video game or anything. You would not do those things if love was unconditional. Unconditional means that there's under no condition would I ever stop loving you. Right? Now, if you're saying unconditional love has nothing to do with punishment, because of course punishment can actually mean that you love somebody, and that's biblical. You punish the ones that you love for not doing what you say to do. And if that's the case, then Boosie is showing that same type of love by saying, hey, you can't just do whatever the hell you want to do in this house. Why? Because I love you, and that's not how I was raised. That's not how I'm raising you, right? That's not how I'm raising these kids. So I'm not going to allow you to, bring whoever the hell you want to bring to my house and influence these younger sisters of yours. You get what I'm saying? So if you want to go that route, then Boosie is showing that same type of love that you call unconditional. But the truth be told, love is conditional. Because if you do something that your parents tell you not to do, then you get punished and you could even get kicked out it goes on. Punishment only goes so far. If I tell you over and over not to do something, but you keep doing it, it means you don't love me. And if you don't love me, then you can get the hell out the house, right? I'm pretty sure most parents would agree with that. Nobody gonna harbor a goddamn child that won't listen to you and do nothing you say to do. You gonna kick that kid out. So how's Boosie didn't even kick his daughter out. He just told her not to bring her girlfriend around because that's going to influence their children. So, you know what I mean? Like that just shows that you are a hypocrite. If you can punish your child, if you can discipline your child when they do something wrong, but you're saying Boosie can't, you're a hypocrite. So with that being said, now we kind of got to bring out the hypocrisy of Boosie. We got to. It's only fair. And this is not to say that anything he said in the previous video was wrong, right? But we absolutely have to speak the truth where the truth needs to be spoken. Y'all hear this?
Hell no.
Now listen, man, I fuck with Boosie, bro. I fuck with Boosie. But we can't say that you don't bring into this world what you put out. What you put into the world is what you're going to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? And lo and behold, Boosie makes a song called They Dyking, and his daughter becomes a dyke. What y'all got to say about it? I'm gonna let y'all speak on it if y'all want to speak on it. If you don't want to poke it with a 30-foot pole, then just say that. But go ahead.
Hey, yo, but yeah. I mean,
Dang, that's crazy that you even went there with that in your mind.
But I mean, you said it, nigga. But fucking, I mean, Boosie, of course. You know what I mean? It is definitely hypocrisy. You know what I mean? Like the scriptures also say, as the ruler is, so is the people going to be of the city. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And he's a ruler of his household. So how do you expect his children gonna be? If you talking about he like dykes and dykes this, and he got two red bones kissing in the backseat, don't be surprised when your children who are vulnerable and very impressionable hear your music, see what you're doing, and when they grow older, want to actually live out the stuff that you was talking about and doing in your videos. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta have to take it to the chin. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and yeah,
them kids want to be like their daddy, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
And now his daughter got a red bone.
Yeah,
his daughter went and got with a red bone, and now they kissing in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, bro,
yeah.
It's like the preacher's daughter, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like they always just say that preachers' kids be the worst kids. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But the reason that is because like they put more energy into what's negative than what's positive. And what I mean by that is like in the world, like if you putting that vibration out there, especially like him making those songs, and he basically enforcing that spirit in the world, but then want his children to be oblivious to it, right? And especially when he doesn't have anything that's countering that, you know what I'm saying? Which happens in a lot of black families. We allow the spirit in the world to raise our children, but we don't have anything on the other side to combat that's strong enough to turn your daughter away from being a homosexual or, you know, being a stud or whatever she want to be. If there's nothing on the opposite end pulling, there's nothing positive pulling from that negative, then this is what you get. So it's kind of like how Malcolm said, the chicken's coming home to roost. I hate to see it, but if you making songs like that and that's what you do, you know, you better have something on the other end that's just as strong and just as powerful and just as agreeable to help your children fight that spirit. Because he ain't do nothing like most drug dealers or most rappers. They ain't doing nothing but putting a battery in the back of people who, you know, who actually do these things, and so they trying to make it more acceptable. So every time somebody stand up against it, like he did, like I said before, you know, he kind of got a backtrack. So that spirit he put out there is he don't have anything to fight it with at this point, and his children damn sure don't, because I mean, you just pulled up the song, so we see what it's about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Yeah, and I think he sees it too. I think because if I'm not mistaken, he got a whole estate that he purchased and got acres set for his children. Like he trying to set them up, and I guess things ain't playing out how he like it or you know, portraying it to be. But you know what I'm saying? I think he definitely feels it. Definitely feels it.
Yeah, man, you can't raise your kids with money, man. You gotta raise them right, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be who you want them to be. You can't just tell them you gotta be this way. You gotta be who you're telling them to be. You gotta lead by example. That's your role as a leader. And like that was Shab said, you know what I'm saying? A ruler, you know what I'm saying? When you're a ruler, you gotta lead by example. A king has to lead by example. Nobody wants to serve a king who's a glutton or a whoremonger. You know what I'm saying? He always want all the good stuff, all the nice stuff. He leaves nothing for his what's the word, for his subjects. You know what I'm saying? He want all the women. He don't need no women for his subjects. He want all the oxes and all the horses and all the, whatever it is that he can get his hands on. He wants it for himself, and he's not letting nobody else get it. He's being a terrible person. He treats everybody like garbage, but wants everybody to respect him. Nobody's gonna serve a king like that. You know what I mean? If anything, they're gonna plot to overthrow him. They're gonna plot to get him out of his position of power. You know what I mean? And put somebody else in power because they can't, this king don't care about them. Everybody's, and that's what's going on in America. Like Boosie is an American to the heart, because that's exactly what goes on in America. They drain you dry. You know what I'm saying? They even drain their own people. That's why you see veterans, white veterans, on the side of the highway begging for change. I mean, why? Because America dried them out and threw them to the curb, literally. You know what I mean? That's the rulership that you see in America, and that is not righteous rulership. So now, if you're the ruler and that's how you treat your subject, then what do you think your subjects are gonna do? Your subjects are gonna be just like you. Your subjects are going to raid the Capitol building. Think about, let that simmer in your chest. Because you've been such a goddamn monster. Now the people who you rule over have become monsters just like you. Now they're raiding their own Capitol building. So I mean, hey man,
Two red bones kissing in the back seat.
Two red bones.
Hate to say it. I mean, which one would y'all choose? Gay daughter or thought daughter? If you had a choice. If you had a choice to pick between the two, gay daughter or thought daughter, what would you choose?
Bye. What daughter? What daughter?
What daughter? Yeah.
Was that supposed to be a trick question?
Nah,
see, I don't have a PR team. But yeah, I don't have a PR team.
You try to be politically correct and shit.
Say how you feel. I don't have that.
You answered though. You said what daughter?
Yeah, that's my answer. I don't have a daughter, so
yeah. There you go.
I literally don't have a daughter, just so y'all know. One day I'll be able to make that decision, but it'll already be made.
Yeah, man. Because the only reason I asked, man, is just that if I don't know what the next story you're gonna get into, if it's the Cardi B joint, but
Damn.
man, please
Got to.
raise your daughters, y'all. You know what I mean? Raise your daughters, man. Like there's a song out there. I don't know if y'all listen to y'all probably gonna crucify me for this, but I don't know if y'all listen to John Mayer. You know what I'm saying? He got a track called Daughters, you know what I'm saying? And it's very vital for a father to be present in a woman's life from a young age, man. You know what I'm saying? Because the two options that this world provides is for her to be either a thought or to be sexually liberated. So, well, I guess they both the same thing. But yeah, either or you're gonna be in a bad circumstance. You know what I'm saying? Bad circumstance. Dead giveaway.
Yeah, so we might as well get the Cardi B story then, huh?
If you want.
Yeah, might as well. But now, before we go to Cardi B story, so Lapayah was saying, so my bad. So his daughter, so Boosie's daughter, she did her. I'm not gonna play the video because it's too much of a hassle. But Boosie's daughter did a response video crying and saying that she basically like how she always stood by him. She never talked down on him, no matter what people said about him. She always had his back, and now he turned and hurt his back on her, and that's kind of what made Boosie turn around. And it was that and the backlash that he got, because of course, as you heard in the video, people in the crowd instantly were saying, "Oh hell no, nah, this nigga tripping." You know what I'm saying? So of course, the mass collection of people, mass population, is feeling the same way. You know what I mean? And as you heard in that video, they were flabbergasted that he said that she was contaminating his house. Like that's the key shocker. And he used the term contaminated, right? But now when you ask about it, if you ask the general public, they're gonna say, "Oh, it's not because he didn't. He said that she's contaminated his house. It's because he not being there for her um, uh, uh, emotionally. He's not giving her emotional support or whatnot." Like, how do y'all feel about that? Like, should the father give his daughter emotional support when it comes to a situation like this?
I don't know if Lapia want to speak first, but I'll be brief if you want to go.
No, you go ahead, sir.
I would just say if Boosie stays strong, I'm trying not to be too long with it. If Boosie stays strong, then eventually she'll break out of it. Because a lot of time it can be, it's a phase sometimes for most women. You know what I mean? They're being peer pressured by the world, being peer pressured by society, where they feel like, this is who I am and everybody has to accept it and all that stuff. When she gets older, she gonna realize how all of that stuff was vain. It was nonsense. You know what I mean? And biologically, she gonna crave the real thing. You know what I'm saying? Like she gonna eventually want, and I'm not just talking about sex. I'm also talking about the energy, the masculine energy that men provide. You know what I'm saying? That you're not gonna find from any other woman. You know what I'm saying? Or even within yourself as a dyke, you know what I'm saying? Or a stud or whatever you want to be. You know what I'm saying? There's something in a woman that's needed, you know what I'm saying, from a man. You know what I'm saying? So she's young. If Boosie stays strong, if he don't bend or fold, but Lapia did say he been folded. But if he stays strong, eventually she'll break out of it. She'll realize, Daddy, I was young and dumb, and I think I need a man.
Yeah. She won't even say it. She'll just go and do it. She just because why am I saying because they do it all the time. I mean, look at what just happened with the brat and her red. You know what I'm saying? Her calling her red. her best friend, her bestie. Look at the brat and her ex bestie. You know what I'm saying? Her bestie went back to be with a man. That's what happens.
Listen,
Because it's a phase.
you know how many females I knew in the world in fucking like straight out of high school and college and that was on that type of time? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just fun for them to do. Like, just to be around other females and experiment with these females and shit. Like, it's just a phase. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they young, don't know what to do. They want to, do what the world got them doing. And, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, all that shit stops. When you become an adult, all that shit stops. So, I don't know.
Man. Yeah. You wanted to say something?
I think to be honest, to be honest, for her situation, I don't know. I think it's gonna get worse for her, to be honest. I think the ones that have money and stuff like that, they have too much access. I think niggas on the bottom got access to it too, but I think the LGBT community, especially in young adults, I think what they use is the rebellion to help fuel them. I mean, it's already outright rebellion, but I think now with the push of society, I think 30 years ago, maybe, you know what I mean? But I think as of right now, I think it's just too much pressure and too much access and too much people that agree for people nowadays when they're going into that lifestyle to really come back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't want to answer the question about, whether I wanted a daughter to be a thought or I ain't want to answer that question, but on some real shit, like, to be honest, in this day and age, they both like the same, to be honest. But if I wouldn't want her to have to deal with that spirit, you know what I mean? But eventually that spirit come with being a thought too, because after doing all that, you probably just do everything. So I mean, I just really think that it's probably gonna get worse for her, you know what I'm saying, with the money, and now she about to get emotional support because listen, once a woman, regardless of what's going on, once you go online and start crying, if you a dude, you go in there and start crying, you're gonna get shamed. There's gonna be 100 memes on your ass all day. But as a woman, she's finna get so much support for that it's like, I don't know if the scripture really apply to it, but basically it's like we was talking about a gift. It
destroys the
heart, right? Like, and I feel like the presence and her being online and people coming to her aid and standing by her is like that gift. It's like that's what she wanted. She wanted somebody to be on her side because her daddy ain't on her side. So now she got a million niggas like, girl, you okay? You could be yourself. You could do this. So it's like, shit, what's stopping her now? They ain't gonna do nothing but empower her. You know what I'm saying? And in the society that we in right now, it just empowers that bullshit. So I mean, hopefully, you know what I mean, like he could, keep his ground, but if he keep going in this thing, then it's just gonna get worse. But I don't even know what the hell emotional support is. I don't know what that even really means, because how do you emotionally support somebody? Like, I mean, I can't feel what you feel, so I don't know how to emotionally. Oh, it's gonna be okay, because I mean, it's not. So if this was my daughter, I would shun her too, because I don't want her to be that way. I want her to live a different lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, but so yeah, that's what I think.
Yep.
How old is she? His daughter.
I don't know. I think she was in the car when she did the video, so she at least old enough to drive. I think.
Old enough to drive.
Yeah. I think this is a grown ass
2
woman.
+ 2 = 4.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
She's definitely old enough to drive.
Yeah. I mean, she's still, I don't know. Like these get them. They try to get them young and give them fun. That's basically what they're trying to do. You know what I mean? The younger, the better. And like you said, you know what I mean? At her age right now, they trying to push all the ideas in the brain as possible that they can't push. So who knows? Hopefully, I don't know.
So yeah, we can go ahead and get into the next story. Let me pull this screenshot up real quick. Let me know if y'all can see it.
I thought that was a picture of Caesar Borgia.
Oh, it's kind of Mary. Virgin Mary.
Like one of them old icons.
I thought this was the. You can barely see that. Hold on 1 second. Are you talking about the Russian icons?
Yeah, it was like cut off from the top.
All right. So can y'all see this? Can you see can you see the text at the bottom? Let me see if I can zoom in on the text. All right. So this is Cardi B's live on Instagram, I guess. While she was live, Offset, who is her husband and the father of her children, he wrote in the comments saying, "You effed with a baby inside. Tell the truth." Meaning he's asking her, he's telling her to speak on her. I hate to use the word cheating. Committing adultery on him while she was pregnant. Right? So then she responds. This is her response. I'm gonna pull it up. Here it is right here. Cardi B responds and did. Now, for those who may not know, if you haven't studied the magical world of things black women say, and did means confirm, affirmative. You know what I'm saying? I did that. You know what I mean? So when he's telling her to confess that she committed adultery on him while she was pregnant, she confirmed that she did. This is her take. So this is who's to say that this is really true or not? Who knows?
Yeah, that's the funny thing about it. She could just be saying that shit out of anger and shit.
Yeah.
Frustrated.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But the fact that she said it this is a powerful thing about words. You know what I'm saying? The words you use mean more than your actions sometimes. Like the words you use can do more than the actual action can. Because if people who follow Cardi B, they see and did, and now they think, now they support her. Look at, she got 3,000 or 12,000 shares, you know what I'm saying, 3,000 comments. People like what she said. You understand? This thing blew up because people like what she said. Like, this is the world we live in. A father cannot chastise his daughter for living a lifestyle that he does not approve, and the world is going to congratulate you for having sex with another man while you're pregnant. This is the world we live in, and y'all worried about a microchip.
That's
the fuck. So like,
that's
go
the
ahead.
type. My bad. I was gonna say that's the type of bitches you niggas like too.
Facts.
Shit.
Facts.
You should have known she was the shit from the jump.
Yeah. Your baby mama liked and shared her post. Your baby mama did that, and she's going to do that to you. Cardi B just inspired her on how to get some get back. You know what I mean? And you get back bitches are the dumbest. Like, if your whole life is all about get back, you'll never get ahead. You'll constantly be trying to get back at somebody instead of thinking, well, you know what? I gotta make wiser decisions. I gotta slow down and think before I make a move. You just want to get back. All that matters to you is get back. But then you say only God can judge me. Well, aren't you being, and I hate that term, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to use it, but just for argument's sake, if God is the only one that can judge anybody, then who the hell are you to want get back on somebody? You ever thought about that? No, you don't think. That's the problem. You don't think, and it's your downfall, man. And every time a man tries to tell you, hey, you're effing up, slow down, stop. You don't want to hear that. You just want to do what makes you feel accomplished, what makes you feel good for a moment. I mean, and that equals absolutely nothing. I mean, so Cardi B wrote and did, and now the world goes crazy, and the world is against Offset, and all for Cardi B. Then she said, "Now, Salaki, y'all jump in if y'all feel I'm just kind of on autopilot a little bit." But Cardi B also said, "Please God." No. First, let me read what the post that she reposted. Someone wrote, "Don't worry, Cardi. Wait, don't worry, Cardi. God is going to show out for you now, bitch. If you think that God is, if you think that God is on your side and gonna and supporting you, backing you, you think God would have clicked share on your post about how you had sex with another man while you was pregnant? You are delusional. Delusion is an understatement. You are goddamn. What's a word, man? Golly, you are deranged. You are insane if you think that God is on Cardi B's side. Have you read the Bible? See, that's the problem. Y'all go to church, you listen to that pimping pastor, and all he know about is hoes, 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 like he's Santa Claus. And you listen to that shit, and now you think that God is going to show out for Cardi B. God is going to show out using people like Cardi B. He's showing out right now. He's showing you that this whole Cardi B and Offset's whole marriage was a joke from the beginning, and we all knew that. You understand? We not here for their relationship. We like it's way more important shit to worry about than Cardi B's relationship, than Offset's relationship. It's way more important things. Where's your relationship? 6,000 out of the 12,000 women that shared this post are single. I guarantee it. But you know what they say? Misery loves company.
I see, if I may, I seen somebody make a post. I was pretty. It was a sister too that. Oh, I would not say a sister in the school, but just a black woman that made this post and said, "Horny niggas make whack bitches feel like they're somebody." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, a wicked woman is giving a portion to a wicked man. Like this is like, I don't know why everybody's surprised. I mean, of course she's gonna get her support because there's nothing wrong. There's nothing a woman can do wrong in this earth in today's society. So of course she's gonna get her support. But I mean, I don't think it's no surprise. Like this is something that if a woman gets her get back on you, it's always been in her to do so. It always been in. Like it's not. I don't know. Like I don't know why niggas think is that like she always been that way. You just ignored the red flags. That's all. Like, you know what I mean? She was never a woman of integrity. She was never a woman of honor, and you knew that. And you fucked her, and you had 3 children with her. So, like, I mean,
and you loved it. You loved doing it. You was enjoying yourself while you was hitting that worn out, used up vagina. You loved it. You know what I'm saying? You told her you love it while you was in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Like you love these women, and because you love trashy, terrible women, you're going to end up with the trashy, terrible women every time. every one of your relationships is going to be the filth of the earth because it's you love, and that's who you are. You're filth. So why not let filth be with filth? You understand? So let me read her comment with the repost. Right when she reposted it, she said, "Please God, cover me from the evil I see." I don't see that word, but from the evil I see, I don't see. I remember the post. She said, "Please God, cover me from the evil I don't see." Listen, Cardi B, you are evil. Let's not forget, Cardi B is this is the same Cardi B that vocally told Vlad that she would date rape a brother and then take all his money, take all his belongings, his jewelry, whatever it is. She would slip something in his drink, and when he knocked out from the drug, she would rob him. Now she gave up the box though. Like she, you know what I'm saying? She would give up the box, which I don't even know how that's winning if you still give up the box. He just paid for some expensive ass vagina. But you give up the box and you get robbed. Or she robs him. You know what I mean? How is that not evil? I mean, what are we doing here? The Most High does not hear the prayers of sinners. I know that your Chris pastor lied and said that that God, you know, is forgiving you for all your sin. You know what I'm saying? I know he lied and said that, you know, you can keep on being evil and you don't have to care about ever repenting because Jesus died for you and Jesus loves you. Jesus is your daddy and your boyfriend at the same time, which is a lie. You know what I mean? God sees the evil that you don't see, and half of it is coming from you. You being Cardi B, you are being used to punish other evil niggas. Offset is an evil nigga. You are his punishment. You are an evil woman, and Offset is your punishment. There you have it. Now that y'all know this, y'all can be two evil motherfuckers together. Enjoy.
There you go. That was it. Shit, get out of here. Shit. Cardi B is gonna be Cardi B. You thought bitches gonna be thought bitches. Listen, some of you bitches is lame too. You know what I'm saying? We just gonna call it spades. You bad as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You're pretty in the face. You got a nice body. Mm-hmm. Yes, but you're lame. You're lame. There's nothing in your noggin. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's shameful. You know what I'm saying? Somebody should have been there for you to hold your hand through life. And unfortunately, majority of our women don't have that luxury. You know what I'm saying? So they grow up thinking with their body. You know what I'm saying? Instead of with their mind. You know what I mean? And this sister, her get back was with her body. Regardless if she was pregnant, regardless of who could have, listen, she could have got that baby killed, that pregnant baby in the belly. You know what I'm saying? Doctors will tell you not to involve in intercourse while you're some odd months in your pregnancy. You know what I mean? Like that was a reckless ass move. I mean, but hey, are we shocked? Are we surprised? Like, you know what I'm saying? Are we amazed? Nigga, it was in her to do so. You know what I'm saying? That what was in her to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. It's love, yeah, it was. Not only was it reckless and childish, it was just pathetic. It's absolutely, and it's weird to me that anybody can support these actions. Like I would just not saying, like, if you on Cardi B side, like if you love Cardi B, you know what I'm saying? Because I like her music personally. Me personally, I think she's the best female rapper in my opinion. You know what I mean, I ain't trying to rub my opinion off with anybody else. But I like Cardi B's music. That doesn't mean I fucking think she did a good job with parenting and being a mother or being a wife. You know what I'm saying? So if I were a Cardi B fan, like a lot of you women out there, I would just be quiet. I would just shut up, let them deal with their relationship however the hell they want to deal with it, and I would stay the hell out of it. Because what the hell is their relationship going to do for you anyway? What is it going to do? I would not be backing this shit. This is ridiculous it's ridiculous to support these type of actions. When a woman has sex with a child, with another man, with a child in her belly, that's weird. That's like some
and think about
shit.
the kids though. Like their kids got to live with this. They got to go to
Yeah.
school. You know what I mean? They got to go on with their day-to-day life.
Yeah.
Knowing that their parents' business is out on the internet. You know what I mean? That's
a lot.
embarrassing.
If I could, I'll do you one even worse. That kid that's in her belly right now is going to be known as the kid who some stranger was knocking on his front door or her front door while he was in the womb. You got that reputation now. You're going to come out and we're going to know, like everybody who lived before you is going to know that you was the one getting their door knocked on while you was in the womb by some random guy. Like your siblings going to know because they're going to talk about it. Then they're not going to talk about it. The internet is your child's best friend, and everything is on the internet. They're going to know. And they're gonna call you, you got not. I'm gonna call you ding dong because you got. Dang, that's crazy. I'm gonna rephrase that shit. That's crazy. Please please let the new kids call that child ding dong. That'll be the worst nickname in the world. Salakia. But anyway, changing gears here.
But at the end, it's the kids that suffer. You know what I'm saying?
The kids that suffer. There you go.
And that might be crazy, and this might be a stretch, right? And y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like a woman temperament is her measure for her love for you. Like that's her measure. Like when shit hit the fans, how she responds to it will tell you everything about that woman. You get what I'm saying? Like when she's heated enough in the relationship, depending on her response, I feel like it tells a great amount of her, spirit of who she is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I feel like a woman temperament will tell you a lot about herself. Yeah. That's just me.
Yep.
Maybe I'm bugging. Now, I'm not saying to go out there and argue with your chick and try to start up a fight to see if she really loves you. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying when things are tested, that's when you I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out my ass, but yeah, who knows?
Well, I'll say this. Can I get Ecclesiasticus 7:24? I'll read it. If you want to break it down, you can.
Nah, yeah, you can break it down. I ain't got my Apocrypha with me, but
all right, no sir. I'll read it. The book I'm gonna start at 23. Ecclesiasticus chapter 7, verse 23. Hast thou children, instruct them and bow down their neck from their youth. What does that mean? If you got kids, from the moment they're babies, from their youth, from being a child, you have to instruct them. You have to teach them things. I mean, you got to constantly be teaching them stuff. And then as they grow, you know what I'm saying, you add more to their knowledge. Because, of course, a baby's mind can't retain too much. You know what I mean? You give them what they can handle and you keep it going. Like the scripture says that, as babes, they need milk and not strong meat, which is metaphoric, meaning you don't want to give people the stuff that's hard to digest, right? Meat is hard to digest. Milk is easy to digest, right? So the food that it's talking about as references is talking about knowledge. There are easy things to understand when it comes to knowledge, and then there's harder things to understand when it comes to knowledge, right? And just the same way it compares it to a baby needing milk and meat, a baby also cannot handle hard to understand knowledge. So you just gotta, you gotta be wise about it. Teach them what they can understand, And then as they grow, as they develop, you add to that knowledge, right? And that's what it's saying to do with your children, and also bow their head. You know what I'm saying? Make sure like there's a reason why you keep kids from cursing around adults. You know that kids curse. Everybody know kids curse, but they're not allowed to do it around adults because that's called respect. You're supposed to have some respect for your elders. You don't use that type of language around adults. When you around your cousin and shit, cool, whatever. I don't see it, I don't hear it, out of sight, out of mind. But if you're doing it around adults, you're gonna get your ass whooped. You gotta bow their head. You gotta show them humility, show them respect. You know what I mean? Make sure they stay in the kid's place. All right. Verse 24. Hast thou daughters, have a care of their body. Meaning this, if you got a daughter, her body matters. You know what I mean? You shouldn't let her just do anything with her body. You shouldn't let her show it off. You shouldn't let her give it to whoever she damn pleases. And you should teach her that her body belongs to the Most High. You know what I mean? Which is why marriage is sacred in the UPK, because marriage is sacred in the Bible. When you marry a man, if you're a woman and you marry a man, you're tied to that man for the rest of your life. Right? That man is tied to you for the rest of your life. And when y'all lay down and have sex, that is a bond that cannot be broken. It's not like putting a marriage ring on a finger. Anybody could pull off a marriage ring. Anybody could, get their marriage annulled. Anybody can throw those papers out or burn them papers, go to the divorce court and get divorced. But according to the Bible, when you have sex, that is a lifetime commitment. There's no backseas. There's no turning back. You understand? It's forever. And you have to teach your daughter that who she lays with is who she's supposed to stay with, and then she'll respect her body. She'll keep her legs closed, knowing that my parents taught me that I can't just go and have sex with anybody I want to, because that person, I'm going to be tied to that person for the rest of my life. That child's going to make better decisions with who she gives her body to. Same thing with Boosie's daughter. If she was taught to have respect for her body, or to treat her body like it belongs to the Most High, she wouldn't give it to some woman. You know what I mean? So that's what the scripture is saying. I'll finish it out. Just a little bit more. It says, and show not thyself cheerful toward them, meaning it's okay to joke with your kids, right? Like a lot of parents, especially young parents, they build up this relationship with their child, like, they can joke and they can play, and you know what I'm saying, and they have a relationship that's more like a friendship. And if you have a friendship with your daughter, then you're doing it wrong. You're not parenting right. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with laughing and playing with your kids. There's nothing wrong with, allowing them to talk openly with you. But you still have to be the parent. You still got to be the disciplinarian. You got to reward them when they're good and discipline them when they're bad. That's your role as a parent. You're not their friend. Their friend can give them all the rewards and have fun and play and all these things, and they're not going to discipline your child because they're not the parent. But you the parent, man. You can't just be that child's friend. But you got to know how to balance it. So you can't be too cheerful. You know what I mean? Like let me see something. You know what I mean? So you can't be too cheerful, and you can't be too playful with them, man. You gotta remember that you are still the parent, and they gotta remember that you're still the parent. So I digress. If you want to add to that, sir, you can. You definitely can.
Nah, you spot on, my nigga. Spot on, man. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Especially as a daughter, she is the weaker vessel, man. Women are the weaker vessel. There is a double standard in life. That's how this life is. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that you can do with a boy that you can't do with a girl. Certain things you got to do with a girl that you ain't really got to worry about with a boy. So.
Yeah. Yeah, like things like they're flower. You know what I mean? Like a mother has to show her daughter the importance of having a flower and what it means, and when it happens, what to do, how to go about it. Knowing that this is not something to be ashamed about. This is you becoming a woman, and things like that. I've never had to deal with that, so I really don't know what I'm talking about. But I know that that's some of the things that I would say to a daughter if I had one. You know what I mean? So things like that a daughter needs, but a son is never going to need that type of information or that type of support. You know what I mean? So it's definitely two different roles that you have to play with that daughter and that son, and which is why it's so important to have two parents, to have a mother and a father. Like we are under this idea, even in the media, they show, if you pay attention to these commercials, 95% of the commercials, when it's involving a black family, the black family is either a single mother household or a black mother. Like if it's a black family, it's either a black single mother household or an interracial household, meaning the black mother with the white man, sometimes a black father with the white woman. You know what I mean? It's always that. It's never that solid nuclear black family, where it's a black father and a black mother in the house raising black children. You don't see that anymore. You know what I mean? You see more alternative lifestyle families in commercials than you do a nuclear black family in a commercial. So it's just crazy. You know what I mean? But that's the culture that they're technically pushing on us. Like we think that that's just our culture and that's how we are, who we are. But that's a lifestyle that was forced on us. It was forced on us to think that way. Like, oh, I think black women are the only women, black and Hispanic women are the only women that think, I don't need a man. White women don't think that. White women it never crosses white women's minds that they don't need a man unless they like black men. You got white women that like black men who might say that, oh, I don't need a man. But white women in general don't believe that. They believe in getting married. They might get divorced, but they believe in being together with a white man. They believe in marriage. They believe in a unity in a family. We're the ones who don't believe in family. But it's not that we don't believe in family because that's just who we are. Because if you go back 50, 60 years ago, we were together. You know what I'm saying? We were marrying. We were, black men and women were together raising families. Then what happened? Then you had something called the government assistance. And in order to get the government assistance, a black woman could not have a black man in that household. This is not something made up. You can go and look it up. They got documentaries on it. You could not receive those benefits if you had a black man. So at first, black women would just, pretend that they don't have a man there. You know what I mean? And so they would have to set the room, the house, like they would have to stage the house as if a black man doesn't live there. Even though, this man is coming he lives there, just none of his stuff is there. His stuff is at his mama house. And, so he's basically living at his mama house, but coming home every other night. And then eventually she just said, well, I don't need you. I get government assistance. I got food stamps. I got a check that come every month. I don't even need you, nigga. Get out. And kicks the black man out. And now you have a majority of black women are either single or with another race of people. You understand? So you're not going to see the nuclear black family save for the ISUPK. In the UPK, black families exist, man. Hispanic families exist. You know what I mean? We got 3 or 4 wives and we got 3 kids for each household. You know what I mean? So we doing the Lord's work.
It's not just rapping. You know what I mean? We ain't just shooting this shit. Nigga, I raise hella daughters, nigga. Mm. Bring your daughter around. I'll raise her.
Yeah, man. Raise that daughter, man. All right, raise these black families, man. They once said it take a nation. We don't got no nation no more. Why? So why you think Chicago is the way it is? We don't have a nation, man. Everybody want to be gangbangers. So now the nation that you would have is fighting itself. It's gotten so bad to the point where the gangs start fighting their own members. You got Bloods fighting Bloods and Crips fighting Crips. It's like, come on, man. We doing the devil's work for them. We the ones keeping ourselves, and then and it kills me. It absolutely kills me when I hear a devil say anything about black on black crime, as if they didn't create black on black crime. It kills me to hear that. You know what I mean? Because that's a family issue. Meanwhile, we trying to fix our family. We trying in the ISUBK, we trying to fix the black and brown community, fix the black and brown family, bring them together. That's why we throwing these cookouts. We get doing the food drives and all of these things across the earth, trying to get black people to come back together. And to hear some shit like, what about black on black crime? Nigga, what about white on white crime? Anybody gonna talk about that? What about white on black crime? Anybody gonna talk about that? What about the insurrection at the Capitol building? What about the Revolutionary War? What about the Civil War? What about the Italian mob, the Italian mafia? What about the Irish wars? You know what I'm saying? What about the race wars? You understand? What about Russia and Ukraine? What about Palestine and Israel? What about that? Or you want to talk about black on black crime? You are waging war on black people, and black people don't goddamn touch you. So we need to get back together, man. We need to be a family again. But it starts in that household.
We are family.
Yeah. We got time for one more story or no?
You said what?
I think we can cover. I said we got time for one more story. I think we can cover this this port strike story.
Yeah. Come on, let's do that. That's way more important than Cardi B and Offset.
Right, so it says East. Hell yeah. Yeah, so we gotta get that. Let me see. All right. So it says East Coast port strike. ILA union rejects wage hike. ILA union rejects wage hike offer near 50% as shut down at midnight nears. So as you probably have heard, overnight, all of the port truckers and transporters and stuff like that went on strike. All right. What does that mean for America? That means that all of those goods that are being shipped from like overseas and internationally, you know what I mean, from your groceries, certain groceries and like imports like rice, some beers, like stuff like that. All these imports that America gets that makes them rich. It's a precept for this. The one where it says, the Babylon is falling, I believe. All of her lovers that something that gained from her, something like that. This is the beginning of the end right here, man. You think that it's going to get better. It's not going to get better. You need to find an Israelite school of universal practical knowledge near you, get in class and figure out what to do before it's too late, because it's not getting better, man. It's only going to get worse from here. So what this means is all those imports that are being delivered to the ports of America are just sitting at the docks. These are all your deliveries right here. You know what I'm saying? Your Wish, all your shit that you ordered on Wish and Temu is sitting on this lot right here. All your rice and beans, your Goya beans and all that stuff that get imported is all sitting on this lot right here. Nobody's moving it because they don't strike. Why? Because America is ran by devils. And they got all this money to pay these truckers and these delivery companies, and they won't do it. They were offered a 50% raise or whatever this means, and that wasn't enough. Why? Because of course they get underpaid. Of course they get less, way less than what they're supposed to be paid, and 50% ain't gonna cover that. You gotta live in this damn economy and pay twice what you're making every day. You can't live like that. You can't survive. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just, if I can't goddamn live, nobody can. All your groceries getting cut off right now. All your deliveries getting cut off right now. And this happened overnight. This is an update from September 30th, yesterday. The strike happened at midnight. All right, so it says port ownership group USMX said it made a wage hike offer of near 50%, which it hoped would lead to resumption of collective bargaining. But the International Longshoremen's Association, ILA, rejected the offer and stated that its wage demands were still not being met. Of course not. Trucking companies and freight rail operators scrambled to move billions in trade that has been arriving at the 14 ports where the largest longshoremen's union in North America is planning to strike after midnight Monday. Oh, I'm sorry, this happened Monday. Yeah, Monday midnight. Okay, so yeah, last night. If a new contract is not reached with ports management for the week ending last Friday, nearly 14 billion in trade arrived in these ports, including New York, New Jersey, Baltimore, Norfolk, Virginia, Savannah, Georgia, Miami, New Orleans, and Houston. 2.7. What's that sound? You good to go? I don't know what's going on over there. I'm at the mute you. Can't mute you? I don't know what that is. All right, let's get back to it. So, for the week ending last Friday, nearly 14 billion in trade arrived at these ports, including New York, New Jersey, Baltimore, Norfolk, Virginia, Savannah, Georgia, I guess, Miami, New Orleans, and Houston, with 2.7 billion in trade arriving on Friday alone. Time isn't on the side of importers, a logistics CEO told CNBC. You know what I mean? So this is where all your products is at. All your imports is right here on this lot. They're not getting moved. You know what I mean? So what does that mean? You need to be listening to Commander General Yohana. Because Commander General Yohana of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge has been saying for years to stock up on goods like rice, like flashlights, like generators, like portable generators, like batteries, so many things, water, okay, heaters, you know what I'm saying, like fire heaters, or some type of heater that you can use for these things. Like, y'all worrying about going off the grid because they about to issue the microchip. This place gonna fall before they get a chance to goddamn push a microchip. You want to know about famine? Nigga, this is famine. It's happening right before your eyes, man. The storehouses are going to be empty. The shelves are going to be empty. The food is not going to be there. The banks are not going to have money. All right? This is happening. This ain't fantasy. This ain't make-believe. Y'all been telling the ISPK that they are crazy since 1969. And lo and behold, everything the ISUPK been saying is happening. And we still the crazy ones. Nah, man, you the crazy one for not listening when you should be listening. Even right now, you should be listening, but you're too damn crazy to see the signs. And they're right in front of your face. And you should listen to Commander General Yohana. You should listen to these men in the UPK. You know what I'm saying? You should listen to Thawashah Lapayah. You should listen to them brothers in Florida that's doing all them classes. If you're in Florida and you watching this, man, you need to be in class every time that the class goes live. You know what I mean? Hell, if you have, when I be at work, I got my headphones in, or I got one headphone in, you know what I mean? And I'm playing classes. First of all, it helps me get through the day, through a work shift, right? So while I'm working, because I use my hands, I don't really have to hear too much, but I still keep one headphone in case somebody say something, you know, I don't want to like seem like I'm not involved in work, you know what I'm saying? Got the headphone in, they might say something to you. But I got one headphone in, I can hear what's going on around me. I can respond to things, it's not a distraction. But I got my headphone in and I'm listening to class while time goes by. Because I want to soak up all of the knowledge that I can while it's still here. One day the knowledge ain't gonna be here no more. The classes ain't gonna be here no more. You should be taking advantage of it. There should be no excuse for why you shouldn't be in the class. There shouldn't be no reason for why you don't take some time to, you know, get with these brothers. It's gonna be a time when you can't get with the brothers. That day is gonna come, and you cannot get with your brothers. It's gonna happen. You understand? So take the opportunity now. If you out there, you need to call the UPK, get in class. Hope I ain't running too long. Slaki, sir, you want to jump in?
Yeah, if I could. They were saying how I guess the main point of the strike is they're trying to avoid for the service that they're providing becomes automated. I guess they got these automated tractors now that takes storage containers and move them to the dock or whatever and all that. But yeah, I mean, that's one thing that's society got to realize, that a lot of these jobs is becoming automated. You know what I mean? It's becoming robotic. You know what I mean? A robot's gonna come and take your job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, yeah, they looking to wipe you out. And yeah, everything you said, like this is definitely going to make some sort of impact on the economy if they don't get to a agreement soon.
That's weird because my bad. I thought you was finished.
Nah, you got it.
Well, it's weird that they would replace the working class, because the working class are your consumers. Like, how do you? What are you making automated workers for if you have no consumers getting paid? That's the system in the economic system, is that it goes from worker to store to like okay, the worker gets paid right from wherever they work. They spend their money in a store. The store pays its employees, and employees spend money again at whatever store. Now that money ends up at the store that the first consumer works at. That's how the cycle goes. They're feeding each other. This store pays this man pays this store. This store pays this man pays that store. That's the system. That's how it works. If you have robots doing that job, then nobody's getting paid, so nobody can consume. It just stops now. That is
guess
stupid.
who is getting
maybe
paid?
I'm not thinking about it.
Guess who is getting paid?
The devil, the slave master.
The billionaires. That's all they care about. It's a capitalistic society. You know what I mean? The billionaires, they trying to cut out the middleman, cut out the middle class, and cut out the consumer market and all of that. They trying to be the number one on top. You know what I'm saying? The provider and the consumer, I guess. But yeah, the billionaires is the one that definitely is gonna benefit from this.
Yeah, that's crazy. You right though. Yeah, you're right. Everybody else will just die off, I guess.
Yeah.
But then if it's only rich people, then who's really rich?
The rich?
No, what I'm saying, if there are 10 people that exist and all of them are billionaires, who's to say that you're rich?
The 10 billionaires.
It doesn't make you rich. If it's me and you, and I got a penny and you got nothing. If I got 5 pennies and you got 0, but we the only ones that exist in that world, I'm rich and you're broke. you're poor,
yeah.
right? But if I got 5 pennies and you got 5 pennies, and we both rich, but how you like? There's no. The thing about being rich in white society, it's a competitive thing. Like people are always. This is why they have the Forbes. People are always trying to be more rich than the next person. So if they all rich, then who are they competing with?
Themselves. The next rich man.
Okay.
Nah, listen. I dig what you're saying. The only thing I'll say is that it's human nature because it's greed. You get what I'm saying? Like enough is never enough for anybody. Like 1 billion. Think about 1 billion. If you do the math, 1 billion. If I'm not mistaken, they said if you spend like $1,000 each day, it'll take up to 24 years or something like that for you to spend the whole billion. You get what I'm saying? Like it takes a while to spend that whole billion. And yet niggas is still not satisfied with 1 billion. You get what I'm saying? Like they don't.
But how are they gonna? So how are they gonna make more billions? How are they gonna make more billions?
By building robots.
But what are the robots for? Serving them?
Yeah.
So they're okay. So if I'm correct, so they pay. They just end up paying themselves. They never really get more money. They just pay themselves because they're the ones who put the robots in place, right, at this store. Then they go and shop at this store and pay the robot that they created. The robot pays them. So do they get richer? Yeah. Or do they just print now? Do they just start printing money?
Now they get richer because there's no more insurance, right? That they have to worry about. There's no minimum wage. There's no tax cuts that they have to worry about, and that's a big thing with billionaires. You know what I'm saying? Because they get a large margin in tax cuts. You know what I'm saying? Each year, right? Now they don't have to worry about that when it comes to robots because they're robots.
Who
right?
the hell
is
taxing them?
Exactly. You get what I'm saying?
Sorry.
And they don't got to worry about sick days. They don't got to worry about, niggas calling off. They ain't got to worry about holidays, birthdays. It's 365 making money every day of the year. You know what I'm saying? No holidays, no nothing. You know what I'm saying?
But who's making the like? How are they making the money if there are no consumers?
There are consumers.
Who?
The people who buy their product.
Who's buying their product? Nobody's able to work.
The robots make the product, and regular people buy it.
They can't buy it. They can't buy it if they don't. No, they can't buy it if they don't have a job that pays them money to buy things. The robots replace them. The robots took their jobs. They don't have money. They don't have a job to get money to be able to buy stuff. So how are they going to pay? How are the rich getting paid if there's no consumer that has a job to pay them?
Well, that's where the margin of between the rich and poor starts to thicken, right? The only consumers that'll be able to purchase their products are the rich. If that's the case, the rich will be able to help out the rich. You get what I'm saying? The cost of living will go up eventually.
Well, then I'm gonna just build a farm and have
you get
my
what
own
I'm saying?
produce.
You said what?
I mean, that's crazy. I said in that case, I'm gonna just build a farm and have my own produce and have my own stuff. And I don't need toys. My kids don't need toys. They got each other. They can play football or something. I don't know. We're gonna build a damn football out of a pillow sack and some cotton.
Live off the grid. There you go. That's all you can do. Live off the grid. Man.
So you back to living off the grid. All right. So with that, this has been the war as usual, man. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We're doing giveaways. In order to get involved in this giveaway, you gotta like, share, and subscribe all of our pages. That man, war as usual, will be here next week, same time, same place, Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's been a hell of a time. The water for tuning in. The water for all your love, all your comments. Like, share, subscribe. Salaki. Shalom.